Just going to check with the Shire, try and get an update on road conditions, because I think we might be in for some strife. I'm just going to check with the Shire, try and get an update on road conditions, because I think we might be in for some strife. Anyway, we'll know more soon enough. I've been fearing this day even before I left Perth. I knew about this particular river crossing. It's called the Mitchell River, and I have crossed it before. They've done a bit of work there, but of course every year with cyclones, depending on what sort of cyclone season they have, depends on just how badly affected the crossing is, and the road is technically closed. That provides me some relief, to be honest, because if it's closed I can't take a chance. Tom and I will go and have a look at it, because I want him to have a look. I've mentioned it to him a couple of times, and he's probably curious why I'm making such a fuss. There is a bypass, but it's going to be longer, of course, but I'd rather do that than drown the bike. Well, ahead of us is a bit of an unknown. We don't quite know where the next fuel stop's going to be. Tom's got a 5 litre roto pack, so I've got a 6 litre bladder, so we'll fill up as much fuel as we possibly can. We know we've got a diversion. We're not quite sure how long that is, so yeah, a bit anxious. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We usually do. Right, we've got about 238 kilometres heading sort of north-northeast to the turn-off to Mitchell River. We've got to go through a gate. I just think some of that is private property, so to speak. But anyway, we'll get there. We'll have a look at the Mitchell, then go on a bypass that the Shire President had told me about. Hopefully that'll be, I'm sure it'll have water in it. Hopefully the depth won't be that deep that it makes it impassable for me anyway. There's some tricky bits along here, bit of Bulldust. Where do I go? Which way? Which way? Let's go to the right. Stand up, lean back. Constant throttle. Oh, it's right non-liquid. Just a really fine powder. One looks particularly bad. Let's see, here we go. This thing's trying to steer through this stuff. Just let the bike try and find its own way. Just come through some more Bulldust. Yeah, this one caught me off guard, and in fact caught Tom off guard as well. Just wasn't expecting it. It's all to do with the position of the sun in the sky. I mean, it's the same colour as the surroundings generally. So yeah, it was a case of hang on and do the best you can. I just want to show you what this stuff is like. I've said it before, it sort of flows through your hand like a liquid. It's just a really, really fine powder. It's horrible stuff. Horrible.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting some footage. Your timing was perfect.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay.
There's a male with a very, very young chick. It's actually the male's job to raise the young. And did I mention that beef was one of the primary industries here? We could be in some strife here. That's smoke ahead, very close or on the road. That's all we need. And the wind is, we're upwind, so hopefully it won't impact on us. Geez, I wonder how that started. Looks like it's across the road. I wonder if it was a controlled burn. We are on somebody's property, Dunbar Station. Anyway, looks like we'll be okay. This is Dunbar Station, so we're obviously very, very close to the Mitchell River crossing. Tom's pulled over, I think probably for a nav check. This is all part of Dunbar Station, so my guess is they're trying to keep certain paddocks closed off at certain times. And there it is, the Mitchell River crossing, currently closed to all traffic. I had been here twice before, once in I think 2010, and it was an undeveloped crossing then. I just wanted to see it for myself. I wouldn't risk taking the 1200 across there. And then I was back here again in 2014 as part of a group ride, a BMW Safari. And by then they had developed the crossing to kind of what it is now. Effectively it's, if you can think of a bath mat, but on an industrial scale, a shower mat. They've lined the bottom of the river bed with that.
Hey, right, when you go in.
But earlier this year they had 3 cyclones during the wet season, and that was enough. The volume of water was enough to dislodge some of that matting, and some was washed away. So there's big holes, big drops, and they've closed the road. In a way, I'm not sad about that, because that means I don't have to cross it, because I've been a bit anxious about today for the last couple of weeks. So it means I don't have to cross it, or I can't cross it. But what it also means is that we've got to now take a bypass, and that's going to probably extend our journey by maybe half a day. So in one regard, I'm not sorry I'm crossing it, but in another regard, I'm sorry I'm not crossing it. We won't be crossing the Mitchell River at Dunbar today. The bypass is 170 kilometres away, and that's not the end of it, of course. Once we cross the river, we've then got to rejoin the track, which is on the other side here. So all up, I don't know, might be 250 kilometres perhaps. Anyway, it is what it is. This can't be good. This was supposed to be the bypass, according to the council, and that says no through road. It says no through road for a reason.
This is the track.
Let's find a place to camp up here. The river's up here somewhere.
Yeah, this is the track, mate. This is it.
The Mitchell River is supposed to be up here a bit. Within a couple of kilometres, well, it's time to pull up anyway. This was going to be our destination. So we'll have a good look at the maps tonight, do some checks and balances. This is a bit odd, but anyway, we'll keep going. This track is leading us to the station. I think the best thing we can do is check with them before we continue, because there was another closed gate leading sort of north, which is the one we were supposed to be taking, but I think the best thing we can do is check with the property owner. Yeah, I spoke to the owner. Well, my guess is she's the owner, and she said we're on the right track. We're not on the right track, but we're on the right track. She said you're not the first people to call through here. The road we should have taken isn't gazetted, it's not marked on the map, she said. But anyway, we'll, we go through the gate. We have her blessing, and the river is just up here a bit. She said it's a dry river crossing, but we'll check it out. We don't want to be too close to the homestead, of course. But no, we are on the right track. I just didn't want to make any assumptions or break any rules, but she's happy for us to continue. This is the Mitchell River here. She did say it was a dry crossing. Quite a lot of wildlife around. I've seen a number of small roos and even a wild pig. Warning, Achtung, crocs. Yeah, the crossing's dry. There is some water there flowing. Everybody's getting a drink. Oh, one's going for a swim. There's more over there. Just got on the other, we'll just get on the other side, I think, and probably prop up the top there, I think. Oh, it's early morning. Tom's just off to the Mitchell River to top up one of his water bottles. Yesterday was hot and thirsty work, about 33 degrees I think. From here we're still on the bypass. We've got 247 kilometres to get to the next fuel stop. And by the time we get there, that would have been 700 kilometres between fuel stops because of this bypass. So I guess just as well that we carried some packed fuel as well. I don't expect the going will be that quick today. I think the majority of these will be station tracks, but I think average speeds are quite low compared to what they have been the last couple of days. I've got so many things going on in the old tank bag. I've got drone batteries on charge. I've got a Relive application, a Relive app on my phone. That's that yellow line you see sometimes in the vids. Plus I'm recharging a power pack. So yeah, it's a bit like a duck on the water. Looks pretty calm on the outside, but underneath there's a whole lot of stuff going on. Anyway, 247 to Musgrave Roadhouse for fuel, and then we're going to try and keep heading north and get to a place called Cowan. Lots of wildlife around. These, I thought they were small kangaroos, but I think they're a wallaby of sorts. You can see one under the tree there. So yeah, it's quite early still. So yeah, lots of wildlife, and that's the risk you run if you get away too early, getting cleaned up by a roo or something. Yeah, no shortage, they're everywhere. I was not expecting that. Well, if he can get in, you'd expect that we can get out. Look at this, wild pigs, a whole shed load of them. Another introduced feral pest. Along with the rabbits and the foxes. You wouldn't think rabbits could do any damage, but the problem is that they graze the grass lower than the kangaroos can eat, if that makes any sense. So there's no feed for the kangaroos. Uh-oh. I have no idea where we are. He and I are both ex-army, and we've gone through what we call lost comms procedure. If we don't meet up at a certain date and time, we've gone through a list of all the possibilities, the scenarios, and quite frankly we came to the conclusion that it's every man for himself.
It's a sketchy bridge. And I'm going to go on this one.